Shut up and sit down.
Namaste, friends. I'm Simon.
I'm Ellie.
And if you enjoy our videos, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell thing. That would be very kind of you indeed. And tonight, as usual, we are checking out things recommended by you guys and filming our reactions to those.
So what do we have coming up next?
Well, next up, we have something that was recommended to us by Chris Boskery, one of our viewers, who I have credited before for enlightening me on lots of things related to Indian culture and language and heritage. In this case, Chris noted that we were having a bit of a Tiger Shroff extravaganza, as we've already checked out War, and we were checking out Baghi 1, 2, and 3, and really loving those movies. And Chris recommended we check out a movie from 1985, which is about 5 years before Tiger Shroff was even born. And this movie stars Jackie Shroff, Tiger Shroff's father. Now, this movie is called Aaj Ka Daur, which translates roughly to Today's Race, and it's related to the rat race, which at the time it was seen that even if you graduated from college with a degree, you'd still have trouble finding a job. So it was around that sort of a theme. So the only questions I have for you as we head into this Jackie Shroff action scene is, 1, do you think his son inherited his martial arts abilities from his father? And 2, is the father as impossibly handsome as the son?
Has to be.
I'm not sure it's even possible. And if you're wondering, Jackie Shroff is the guy in the yellow bandana. But I say we're going to check out this scene from Aaj Ka Daur. If you want to know what we think about it, hang around until afterwards. But for now,
let's go.
Let's go.
₹260 और 40 पैसे समझे?
Oh no! Jump! Oh.
It's a snazzy old bandana.
Uh-oh. Mr. Two Sticks. Look at those cans of paint so neatly stacked up. No,
Empty cans.
Take that, hippie. Yeah. What? Oh wow, that was actually a really good kick though. Oh no. Wow. Wow, so that was quite a blast from the past. A ton of stuff jumped out at me there, but before I start babbling on, what did you think of Tiger Shroff's father?
I can see where Tiger Shroff gets it from, but clearly he made some improvements.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of difficult. So Tiger Shroff's dad, Jackie Shroff, was wearing the yellow bandana in that clip. He was clearly the hero. I could definitely see facially the resemblance between the two of them. And, you know, I mean, look, this is a really old school action movie, absolutely, and I laughed a ton at it for that reason. But, I grew up on, like, Jackie Chan was one of my favorite action stars when I was growing up. And Police Story, his probably greatest blockbuster when I was a kid had a lot in common with this movie. So, as much as it seems funny now and the action seems super cliched, I actually thought it was pretty cool.
So what did you think of the fight choreography?
Well, you could tell there were a lot of punches pulled there. Not many stuntmen were risked in those scenes. Lots and lots of glass. There was lots of... I feel like there was that garage bit in the middle with those pots of paint stacked so neatly around the edge, and it feels like they would just jump in through one window and out through another window, and then in through another window and then out through another one, just over and over again. I feel like they probably just wanted to make the most of all that glass, because there must have been a dozen smashing through glass scenes. I also loved, and it was something Chris mentioned to me, that in our last video on Buggy, I think it was, I did a punch sound like this. And Chris mentioned that punch sound was so cliched in early Indian action movies that they were even called dishuk movies because of that noise. And you had so much of that here. And I actually find it really fascinating looking back that they used to have so much trouble filming dialogue and background sounds in any movie, like Hollywood movies included, that literally they would film the entire movie and then they would dub over all of the dialogue. So, if you watch that weird psychedelic movie Xanadu, every piece of dialogue is dubbed. So, they've had to sit there, record all the action scenes, and then just re-record over all the voiceovers. And every noise is dubbed in as well. So they're all just weird studio noises. And that came through loud and clear here. There absolutely was the dishuk noise from every punch. That was actually pretty fun to see. But yeah, I actually, in terms of martial arts, I don't know whether Jackie Shroff was actually a martial artist. There's no way for me to find out. I couldn't just Google it. However, I actually thought there was some flying kicks and things thrown in there, which definitely there were some parts where he was bouncing off of a trampoline. That was absolutely certain. But there were also some parts that were really, really hard to pull off. You tried jumping in the air and sticking both legs out at an angle and then bringing them back down before you land. It's not easy. Anyone who's tried to learn Taekwondo has found that a real challenge. So, I mean, whether Jackie Shroff was a real martial artist or not, he certainly put together some good action movies and knew his stuff. Well, like you say, I guess we have to admit that Tiger Shroff has taken this to a new level, both in terms of being ripped and impossibly handsome, but also as a martial artist as well. The stunts in some of Tiger Shroff's movies are certainly night and day better than this, but we are talking about something nearly 35 years ago at this point, so understandable. But hey, Chris, as always, thank you so much for recommending this movie to us. We had a blast checking out Tiger Shroff's dad. Aww. And keep those recommendations coming, because we love checking out Indian movies at the moment. This has been a real blast of a journey for us. So other than that, we will see you next time, friends, on the next Dork Trailer Ambush.
Peace out, nerds.
Bye.
Shut up and sit down.